a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off and running from Tokyo. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Ready. Mustang, 19, Charger, go.
Throwing off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He's taking a shot down the sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Cougar 19. 70, check. 60 by 6.
Here he is on 3rd and short. It's on the top, the ball's out, he lost it. Scooped up by the defense. That return actually went backward a little bit, but I imagine, Brock, they'll be happy enough just taking possession. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Pat to 60, Pat.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that's such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Pass all 80. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Go, Reed. Go. 68. Ready.
Turning to Benson on 3rd. Now the grass wasn't greener on the outside, Brock. He's tracked down out there. That loses yards. 4th down coming up. Now there's Tyler Luke for the field goal attempt. This, 42 yards from the right half. Luke knocks it through. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. Early momentum with that field goal.
Reed now to kick this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
1st down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the jump.
Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10.
18, Rodney. 18. Let's go now.
Off the play fake. He'll throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. There's a dive up the middle. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Okay, ready?
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Get up. 70 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready?
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call, just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now.
Let's go. 79, 19 Lions. Alert, alert. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left with 4th down here. The Voyagers getting ready to punt this skyward. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. Brought down before the return gets far.
1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense to the line. Here we go.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
And off to Benson to start the drive. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw now. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives him a 1st down.
And in Oklahoma City, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Hand off to Benson from the gun. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That was JT Tuimolo out there for the stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Cougar 19.
2nd down pass play coming. Has him on the quick hitter. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its stride. They'll be set up with third and only one. Trying to get it with the option here. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up fourth down.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now. Let's go, lady.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Set. 9. Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal. 18. Curve 19. Curve 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll go play action. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
70. There we go. Check. Panther 60. Check smash. 7 Pirates. 18 Pioneer. 79 Broncos. 70 Rangers. Warriors 70.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Headed out right. That's caught for the first. They gained 11 on that play, and that is good for a 1st down.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
Viking 18. Trap 60. Ready.
1st down, play action. Buying some time right. Moving right, airs it out down. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown. The Voyagers take a 2nd quarter lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man. But with a receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Voyagers take a 4-point lead. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. On now is Cook to kick this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. All set to go now from the 35. They go play action on first down. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Trying to find his back, Trey Benson there. And it sets up second down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Hits him on the out route. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Cougar 19.
He's going to throw it again. Looking underneath here, Benson. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Come on, 18 Rattler, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They are throwing it again. And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Tokyo in just a moment.
Ready?
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Throwing it again here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown. The Elks get some late points and the lead. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Reed now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He lost the football. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
Awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and most importantly, keeping that possession.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Here we go.
Blowing back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice gain. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Okay,
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19.
They give it to him again. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
Let's go. Street.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Trap 60. 7 Pirates. 18, 5, Warriors, 70. Go.
3rd and long for him here. Look at that power, deep left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
He's got it at the 24. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield.
At the 50-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
18, Buffalo 18. Panther 11. Ready.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on. 70 Timberwolves.
They're going to try and throw it here. Dumped off to his running back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
65, Viking 18. Mustang 19.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
The Elks lining up in punt formation. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this one touchdown inside the 30.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Yep, as expected. They go to the ground and start this one off. And he gets him around 6 there. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Here we go, set. Panther 60. alert. Read alert.
Throwing on seconds. Dumps it off to his running back. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go. 19, here we go. 18, drop, cook, 79 Broncos.
Back to throw it. Buying some time left. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Ready? 70 Rangers, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. 19 tight, 19 tight.
One final shot before the half. He's loaded another one up. And it's picked off, but, oh, yep, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All set to go now from the 35.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors, 70. Ready.
Working now from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
Back to the air, it's Richardson. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this third down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Buffalo 18. Check smash, check smash.
Throw here, third down. He has the first over the middle. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs. The ball's on the 48. Here we go, first down.
Viking 18.
A gain of 13 yards. First down,
18,
Oklahoma
Pioneer.
City.
Sticking to the air here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's second down coming up. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. And that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we go, set. Ready, right?
They'll throw, third and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Voyagers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Nowhere to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Following the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. 18, Rattler, 18, Warriors, 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Has him running the comeback. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
1st and 10 from the 43.
2, 19, 60 Eagles, 60, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Cup 19, Cup 19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Handoff now out of the gun. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Ready.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up second down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two, it could have gone the other way.
Second and 10, still at the 28.
Set. 18, 5 here. Top 60, 79 Broncos. Let's go.
Now looking to throw. Ooh, the rush just too much here. Down he goes. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
That sure ended up being worst case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's go now. Cowboy 8. Gotta be lying. Crunch. Set. He's coming. 7 Pirates. 7 Mustang 19. 18 Rattlers. Warriors 70.
Shotgun now on third down. Into a crowd and intercepted. Dorian Williams makes the play. And the Elks will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Come on. Set.
Benson on first and 10. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
Let's go. Panther 60. Ready.
Pass play now. Finds Benson out of the backfield. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
60 Bobcats. 70 Rangers. Panther 11.
Benson now from the gun. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Brings up second and 7 at the 45-yard line.
On the ready.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Ready. Hawk 70. Cowboy 80. Panther 60.
Looking in the air here. Here's a screen to Benson. And he works this to the 38 before going now. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's just a field goal game right now. Still a lot that can happen. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Viking 18. Gravity Lions. Let go.
Back to pass on first and 10. Taken in by Mitchell, right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. Come 19. Curve 19. Ready.
They're going play action. It is caught left side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They give on second to Benson. Has some room to work. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Elks parlay the interception into points. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Here's Luke for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Elks make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Voyager 7.
Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready, ready. Justice. Panther 60. Panther 60. Warrior 70. Go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Let's go now. 60 by 60.
Throwing off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Connects on the crosser. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To throw here on first down. On the move, headed right. Hits his running back. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means first down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They go play action on first down. Rolling left, buying some time. Hauled in left side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Mustang 19.
First down, play action. He rolls to his right. Caught on the comeback route. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Go! Viking 18, 79 Broncos.
From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
On the set.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Throwing now off the play action. He's got it. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Chased out to his right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
All right, they're out in sets. Here we go, 1st and 10.
60 boxes, 6.
They'll begin this drive with Benson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Ready.
Quick throw out wide. I think this might be a double pass. And nearly intercepted as that trick play almost ended in disaster.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down. Nine yards to go.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down.
Ready. 7, Panther 60, Panther 60.
Mitchell now in motion left. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
Okay,
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd.
Come on. Set. Hot 70, hot 70. Dragon 60. Cup 19, Cup 19. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
From from his end zone, 3rd and long. That is incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one, a rare miss. That's going to bring up 4th down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
On now comes their punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. Taken in near the 46. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
42-yard line.
First down from the 42.
Here we go, set. Viking 18.
Airing it out to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. Dump off caught by his back. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
2-minute warnings there to help him, but still need 2 scores and just have that lone timeout left.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Warriors 70. Check smash, check smash. 19 Lions. Let go.
They'll go play action. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10.
Stephanie. Cowboy 80. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's a throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. Space left sideline, and he's off to the races. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's the backup. First throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They've got to keep moving quick here.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Dropping back to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Into traffic, complete! And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Working quickly here.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hawk 70, Warriors 70, 79 Bronco. Go!
Throwing from the gun here. Connecting on the slant. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A dose of the hurry up here.
Tokyo. First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And they're going to throw out of the gun.